Hi guys, can you hear me? Testing one, two, three. Oh, okay.
We can.
There's echo from your side. Hi everyone. Can you hear me? Fantastic. Hello. So we're starting now. My name is Onomo Eseogene Benjamin. I'm the CEO of Roku, and this
Hi,
should.
everyone.
Can you hear me? Fantastic. Hello.
Yes, we
Yes,
can hear you.
yes, we can hear you.
Go
Can
from my
hear
side.
you.
Okay. So this will be our very
Yes, I can
first.
hear you.
Okay. Okay. Welcome to our very first Q update. Q Updates is a program which we set up to have that one-on-one interface, with every single person who use the Roku product, who is part of the Roku ecosystem. I know in the early days when we started Roku, we used to have this Instagram Live where we bring all of the team members, we bring the technical team, we bring people from products, people from customer service, people from compliance, and then we have this sort of like conversation where we discuss about the product, we discuss about upcoming features, we discuss about updates, and most importantly, we talk about your concerns, the kind of things you want to see on the product, the kind of things you want to see on Roku. And so we're bringing it back called Q Updates. This will be the first of many. Um, and of course, as usual, because this is the first one, we're obviously going to make a couple of mistakes here or there, but it's going to get better over time. So thank you for being part of this, and we're going to be officially starting. So first, I want to say a big thank you for being part of the Roku ecosystem. It means a lot to us for you to be part of Roku, using the products. It is because of you that that Roku exists basically. So we want to thank you through the ups and downs. You stuck with the brand. Um, so we want to take out time to appreciate you and say a very big thank you to all of our loyal customers. Roku is about 6 years old. That's well over half of a decade, right? Um, and all through this period, we've had people who signed up from the very first day we launched, and still been with us all through those 6 years. It's been an amazing journey. It's been an amazing ride. It's also been a very eventful one in the life cycle of the product of the company. There's also been ups and downs. We've been here through three different bull runs, right? We were here for the 2020-21 bull run, and we've been here for the 2024 bull run as well. Though the 2025 bull run, it's more like a bull walk. It's more like a bull walk rather than a bull run. Um, but we're super excited with all the amazing stuff that's been happening in the ecosystem, from stable coins to NFTs to ROWAs. All of these are amazing, amazing. And not just Roku in the ecosystem driving it. It's a complete ecosystem. We have different players, building in different spaces. Um, and we're more than happy to collaborate, which we have been doing a lot of recently. So yeah, it's been an exciting time. So I'm just quickly going to run down some of the amazing stuff we have um, for today's Q updates. First, we're going to talk a bit about what 2025 has looked like, what were some of the features we rolled out, where were some of the pain points as customers that you experienced, and what we did to fix those. And then we're going to talk a bit about RWAs. Last month, we listed our very first real world asset called PAX G, which is PAX Gold. Um, it's it's basically gold, but tokenized. So we're going to unpack all of that in the course of the conversation. We're also going to be talking a lot about the go cards, the Roku go cards. I'm sure you've received a couple of notification about launching a go card. What's this go card? What's it about? And we're going to have a segment to talk about that. One of the most important parts of this conversation will be the Roku Web3 program. We're going to go into that as well. We're going to discuss about what we built and how useful it's going to be for you, and where that plugs in into the crypto experience for you. So we're going to talk a lot about that. And we're going to talk about Q Combat. We've pushed a couple of notifications about it. We've dropped a couple of videos and teasers here and there, playing games on the blockchain, right? There's a lot of interest. So we built an amazing product called Q Combat. We're going to talk about that as well. And then we're going to talk about cash, what cash does, what it is, why we built cash, what the traction of cash has been, um, the thousands of people who rely on cash every day. We're going to talk about that, bill payments and all of that. And then lastly, we're going to close off with a Q&A session, basically discussing with you, hearing feedback, having a one-to-one conversation, answering your questions, um, basically taking feedback about things we can improve, things we aren't getting so right, which we could improve on, and then things that we're doing pretty great at, which you want to see more of. So we're going to close up with that section, talking a lot about your questions, and then you know throwing light on what the future looks like for Roku and for you as a Roku customer as well. So we're going to touch on that as the last section. With me on this Q update, we have the Chief Product Officer of Roku, and we also have a human named Blessing, which is our Head of Infrastructure. She will be talking about cash mostly. And then we have our Chief Product Officer, Israel Olade, who's going to be talking about Web3 and a lot of Q Combat as well. So without further ado, I'm going to open the stage, even though there's no stage here, but I'm going to get started with what 2025 has looked like. 2025, I would say, has been a mixture of both good and bad. It's been a roller coaster actually for the entire crypto ecosystem. There's been a lot of, you know, not so running bull run, right? Most of us we anticipated this bull run for so long because the last one we had was back in 2021. So for 4 years, we basically were patient, waiting for when the market was going to heat up, and it eventually started, making some moves back in 2024. So we started this year with a bang, basically, and a lot of high expectations. And everyone, we all expected our bags to do 100x, even though that wasn't completely the case, but there's been a lot of progress in the crypto ecosystem, a lot of it actually, from stable coins to a lot of institutional adoption. um, as you already know, the crypto ecosystem is just about 11 years old, um, about 14 actually, 14, 15 years old. In Nigeria, somewhere around maybe about 12, Bitcoin started making waves in Nigeria somewhere around 2012. So it's still a very young industry, right? Especially because it's a financial instrument. It's a financial industry. It's a very old industry, right? And having a new category like crypto, come onto the stage is a big affair, right? Especially for an industry that is so old and so dominated by, very old conventional institutions, dominated by big banks, that move trillions of dollars every month. So I would say to a large extent that crypto has, really been very impactful. It's very rare for us to see any new category come into a space that has been so old and shake things up the way crypto has within the last century. It takes a lot to do actually. And that's why when we look at the markets, there's always a lot of focus on what is the price of Bitcoin, right? What is the price of Ethereum? What are the prices of my bags and all of that? But ultimately, we always like to zoom out and look at what the industry looks like, right? Are we moving towards more adoption or we are moving towards less adoption? So those are the kinds of metrics we always want to look at to know what is the general health of the crypto industry. And I can tell you for a fact, we've seen more adoption in 2025 than we have in the last decade plus. Like it's been a lot, right? You see a lot of banks adopt stable coins. You see a lot of payment rails who used to be on Swift, who used to be on these conventional systems. You see that institutional adoption, that leap to you really understand what the blockchain is and start building on the blockchain. We saw a lot of that in 2025. It's been happening a lot. We know quite a number of them, started much earlier, but it was really a landslide in 2025. We saw a lot of them come on board. When you look at on-chain numbers, you see it's been a soaring growth for adoption within the last 9 months plus. So to me, that's a big win. Like that's a big win. Never in a million years would we have imagined that an institution such as Western Union is going to be talking about launching their own stablecoin, right? So that's a monumental leap for the crypto industry. And we are very happy that we see these types of things. So I would say 2025, while we've seen a lot of that, there's also been a lot of shakes in the market, especially around geopolitical tension. 2025 was the year Donald Trump came into power. And, with the news and the tweets, and the tariffs, left, right, and center, there was a lot of instability given. So it's been a roller coaster of a year, but overall, it's turning out to be one of crypto's best years ever. And so we're very, very happy with what 2025 has been. And we are very hopeful for the next phase and what the next year would look like. So this is the recap of 2025. For Roku as a company and as a product, 2025 has been a year of being more out there. Um, and not just that, about engagement as well. It's been about a year of engagement, you know, putting the product more out there. And from moves like we've been saying for the last couple of months, these are some of the strides to get us there. One of which is bringing Victor Osimhen on board. That was a very big leap for us as a company, because we want to drive that crypto message using conventional means. It's not just about being in the crypto ecosystem. It's also about expanding the crypto ecosystem, expanding it, getting the message to more people. And that has been the backbone of some of the core decisions we've made this year. And it will also form the framework for many more of our decisions going forward. Um, Another very key thing which we did in 2025 is the launch of the ROWAs, tokenizing real estate, tokenizing the real economy. We know that the blockchain is in a virtual space, right? That is given. We know it lives in a virtual world, right? It is electricity, ones and zeros moving around and all of that. But then there's the physical world that you and I live in, right? We don't live in the computer, we live in the physical world, right? We move around, we can see land, houses, buildings, you can touch gold, you use gold for different things, you wear it and all of that. So there's a whole physical world out there that needs to be digitized, that needs to be tokenized. These two worlds can no longer be separate. We can't have a virtual world and a physical world completely separate. So that is the whole drive of ROWAs. It is bringing real world assets into the blockchain, tokenizing them so that they are accessible via blockchain protocols as well. Take, for instance, you have a piece of gold that is worth, say, $5,000. That piece of gold, let's say, is sitting in your bedroom, right? Maybe if you're like my mom or dad and you hide it, you hide it in your cupboard so nobody can have access to it, right? It's sitting somewhere gathering dust, right? You're not using it for any day-to-day activity. It's just worth $5,000. No one, that is locked money that is not moving. It's locked, it's trapped, right? That value is just sitting somewhere in the cupboard gathering dust. It's not moving. It doesn't grow the economy. It does nothing to the economy. But when you tokenize that piece of gold and you put it on the blockchain, so you make that value accessible to more people and more liquid than it would have actually been. So now that $5,000 worth of gold, while it is still sitting in your vault or in your cupboard or wherever somewhere, there is now an equivalent of it that has been tokenized that lives on the blockchain. Now people can buy a piece of it, people can transfer it, people can use it to take loans, people can do all sorts of things with that value. So what you've essentially done is that you've moved a physical asset into the virtual world, and now you've made it accessible, you have made it liquid. Now that can grow the economy. Imagine all of the locked assets in the physical world that can be in the virtual world and moving, meaning that you have essentially increased the economic value of that asset. That is the whole reason for ROWs. That is what ROWs are, essentially at the backbone. Now, when you do that across multiple categories like land, building titles, gold, silver, bronze, precious metals, and you start looking at all of these categories, you see that a lot of value can actually be brought into the crypto industry. That's to tell you that there is still so much room for expansion of the entire industry. We are still in the early stages. We are still so early that, 20 years from now, all our children will be asking us, you know, where we were when all this innovation was happening. And I'm very happy that, we're part of this whole economy, this whole thing happening. We're part of it. We won't be one of those people, caught dead to rights, say, we're just sitting down on the sidelines when this was happening. We're all a part of it by being in Roqqu, by being part of the Roqqu ecosystem, by being part of the crypto ecosystem. We're all making this happen. So we started by listing our very first reward asset last month called Pax Gold. It is actual gold sitting in the vault held by Paxos in a bank. Now, all that gold has been tokenized, and now you and I can trade those gold on Roku. You can trade those gold on the blockchain. You can trade those gold, you can transfer it, you can receive it, you can hold it, you can sell it, you can send it to your friends, you can send it to your family. So that is what the whole RWA drive looks like. We also we actually headlined the Tokenized Economy Conference because we want to dive more into this industry. We want to make it more accessible for more people. More importantly for Nigerians, because um, we're in an economy that needs to be invigorated, that needs to be ignited. There's a lot of trapped value that needs to be brought on chain, that needs to be ignited. So more people can have access to it. It can grow the economy. So that's what we've been working on for the RWA's um, side of things. I know you probably have questions. Of course, you probably do have questions. We're going to just, get a piece of paper, write down your questions. We're going to take all of that in the Q&A session. So we're going to move next to the go-karts, right? I'm sorry I'm taking a bit more time than our team probably realized we would have. I'm so sorry about that. I will try to speed things up. So let's move to the Roku go-kart, right? What is the go-kart? Um, why do we need another card, right? You probably already have an ATM card you use already. So why do we need another card? What the Roku Go card is, it's not just another card. In fact, it is not a card. It is a passport into the crypto economy to be able to spend your crypto like everyday money. That is what the Go card is. So it is not just another ATM card that you're going to have. is going to be the only card you will ever need as a person. It is so vital, to understand what this card can do for you. Now, let's say you have USDT or you have USDC sitting on a wallet, right? Can be any wallet. Let's use Roqqu wallet, for instance. And let's say you want to pay for something at the mall, or you take your girlfriend or boyfriend out, and you want to, or you take your younger ones or whoever out, and you want to pay for something, right? Um, Typically the flow of funds will be, let's say you have funds in crypto, you have, let's say, $100 or $200 in crypto. The standard flow would be that you would sell those crypto, and then you would have it being sent to your bank account, and then from your bank account you can now pay for stuff. Now, means you need to be active, number one. Two, you need to be able to do that transaction at that time on your phone. Your phone can be low, right? Your battery can be low. It can be in an urgent situation. You need to do this transaction really fast and there's just no time. What the Go card enables you to do is you can pay for that transaction without ever having to physically convert your crypto. So you can just bring out your Go card and make that payment. It spends directly from your stablecoin balance on Roku. So it spends from your USDT balance or your USDC balance. So meaning that you've eliminated having to convert, you've eliminated having to transfer to your bank account, waiting for the funds to hit your account. You've eliminated all of those process, meaning that you can basically spend your crypto like you can your normal fiat. So meaning that you've eliminated all those bottleneck. At every given point in time, you can spend your crypto. Meaning that you no longer have to move your assets to and fro as frequently as you needed to. When you go to the barbering salon, you convert crypto every single time. For those of us in the crypto system, we're always converting crypto. We're always converting crypto, right? You receive $100 worth of Bitcoin, you convert it, you transfer to your bank account. That movement of funds all the time. That is what the Go card is meant to solve. And it's going to solve that problem so beautifully, you'll never need another card. In fact, personally, I've been enjoying my own Go card. It's been so amazing. And I think it's going to be a product that you would enjoy as well. So we've been building that for the last 6 months, actually longer. But now it's nearing the end of the cycle for us to roll it out. We partner with one of the biggest names in the industry to be able to provide this. In the coming weeks, we're going to make that announcement. So just sit back and relax, and we're going to make that rollout, and we're going to have your card delivered to you as well. So that's for the Roku Go cards. Like I said, I know you probably have questions and concerns and all of that. So kindly just keep all of those. We're going to have a section where we discuss all of that. Next, I want us to move into your experience on the Roku product for the last couple of years, right? In 2025, we've invested a lot in developing and improving your user experience. But I do understand that, of course, you're going to want to, provide feedback. We see your comments on social media. We see your comments on our Play Store. We see your comments on our App Store as well. And I know that, you know, you've always wanted to say something about the direction of the product. So I want us to take out this time to discuss all of that. So we're going to open the floor, the stage, the virtual stage, um, to receive questions from you about our product direction. What things do you think we can work on to help improve your general ecosystem and your general experience on the Roku product? So we're going to use the next 5 to 10 minutes to discuss all of that. And then I'm going to hand over to our Chief Product Officer, Israel Ololade, for him to tell you all the amazing things we're doing with the Web3 wallet, and what we're doing with Qcombat as well. So I'm going to open the stage now. Please feel free to drop your questions. If you want to ask a question verbally, feel free to indicate, and then we're going to call on you. Okay, you can see a couple of questions already coming in. Okay. Abubakar Ibrahim, I see your hand is up. I'm going to take a couple of questions as well on YouTube. Um, okay, I see Bamilele Tokwe is asking, what happens to my existing assets if I change from crypto to Web3 on Roku wallet? Okay, I think we're going to discuss all of that in the Web3 section. So I'm going to allow Israel Ololade to take that question. Um, PJ Santre is asking, can your card pay for airtime and subscription? Yes, the card can pay for airtime and subscription. But that would be if you were paying with the card on another platform, right? If you were using the card on, say, MTN's platform, but you can load airtime and bills directly from cash on Roku. You don't need a card to do that. We're going to discuss all of that in the cash section. We're going to bring up Ehinom and Blessing. She's going to tell us a bit about cash and all the amazing things you can do with cash. So airtime and bills, you can do them right now without having to wait for the Go cards. I see um, Mr. Ray is asking for giveaways. Yes, if you stick to the end of this live, you're going to definitely win a giveaway. We're going to be giving out some freebies as well, merch and all of that. So stick around. You're going to get something nice. Vince Martins is asking, what do I do if I mistakenly transfer XRP without a tag, sir? So that is a very unfortunate situation, but we do have a way we resolve those type of issues. We have a standard of operation called an SOP that we use in addressing those types of problems. So if you send in XRP and you do not add the tag, not to worry. It's not it's not your money is not lost, your funds are not lost. You just have to provide us certain information to prove that you are the owner of those funds, and then we're going to credit your Roku wallet with those XRP. So you have nothing to worry about. This also applies for other assets like Ton, Hive, and Steam that use the same memo tag as well. So if you send in those types of coins without a memo or without a tag, not to worry, we do credit them. But then you might have to wait a bit longer because we are verifying the authenticity of the information you provided. We might also ask you for details like your KYC, just to re-verify that you are actually the owner of those funds before we credit them to you. The reason why we do that is because multiple people can claim the same funds. We want to be sure that we are crediting the right person. I see here you said you've come to the office twice and nothing has been done yet. We're so sorry. I apologize for that. Someone is going to reach out to you now, Vince Martins, and we're going to have that issue resolved. You have nothing to worry about. You have my word on it. Um, so I'm seeing a couple of more questions. Thank you, Felix. Gabriel, you said you love using our platform. Sometimes you experience delays with withdrawals. We're so sorry about that. Sometimes the banking network can be a bit shaky. Sometimes there can be unnecessary delays. We apologize for that. But always know that we are doing everything we possibly can to get your funds to your bank account as fast as possible. If you notice, the withdrawal timeline has really improved. That is because we are now working with multiple banking partners to ensure that the withdrawals is as fast as possible. So we apologize if there has been
Sometimes we
delays.
experience delays with withdrawals. We're so sorry about that. There can be on apologize.
I think there's an echo from somewhere. Okay. So, fantastic. Thank you so much, everyone. It's been a couple of minutes. I think I've actually taken 41 minutes already. Kevin Home, I see you having an issue. Rest assured, we're going to have that fixed for you as well. Stephanie Kure is asking, what is the process of acquiring the gold card? So it is not gold, but go card, like go, like someone. Permit me to say this in pidgin, person where they go, right? Person where they go, like always on the go, moving. So that's what the name is, go card, to always ensure you are able to keep moving forward, always ensuring that you are able to keep going, like constant. We don't want you to be able to we don't want you to be halted or not being able to move forward or progress because of a failed payment or because you could not access your crypto. That's why we have the go card. So there would not be any lengthy process. You're not filling any form, I promise. The information you already provided while signing up on Roku is more than enough for us to give you the card. So no extra step. You just place an order and you have your card. There's no extra steps around that. I see a question, is the card in Naira? Will it work on POS, ATMs? The answer is yes. It's going to work on all ATMs, all POSs. It's going to work across all merchants, all services, all terminals that accept Visa and MasterCard. So the card is going to work everywhere you use it. I see another question. Say, okay. Oh, okay. That's someone from our team reaching out to you, Vince Martins. So thank you, everyone. I'm going to be taking a step back while we have our Chief Product Officer Israel Lolade take the next phase of the live session. I do hope you've been enjoying yourself, like I have. I've been having a lot of fun. It's been a while we actually did this, engagement, and it's something that I look forward to for the next one as well. So, Israel, please take it over from here. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. My name is Israel, or Israel Ololade, in full. And thank you, Ben, for taking out the time to lay the groundwork. So I'm going to be talking mostly about products. Ben has done well to talk about the overall product vision and strategy over the coming months. So I'm going to be talking about the products, particularly the key things we've been working on over the last couple of months, and I would take it one step at a time. So the very first one is the Web3 wallet. The Web3 wallet is like a response from the team to those who have been using our product over the last few years, and they actually want for more offering from us. So of course, we have over 120 tokens on Roku, but of course, Web3 provides a vast array of vast array of tokens down to decentralized applications of different with different purposes. So the Web3 wallet is for those who will really like to take custody of their assets and explore the Web3 world in full. We are always big on simplicity, and that's what the key thing at the back of our minds as we built this. particular feature on the app. So I would go on to just demo the app right now. And that means I'm going to be sharing my screen. So just give me a few moments while I bring that up. Okay, just hold on, guys, while I bring it up. Yeah, so we tried as much as possible to do this without altering the app, and the way we got to do that is to ensure that we keep most of the things that our users use day to day in the past, exactly the same place where they were while we are adding new features. So I'm just going to open up the app now. Just give me a moment. 99 2 3 2. Yeah, that stuff came up. The phone. Okay, so sorry, I had a bit of challenge trying to do that. So this is the app interface, as you know, as you know it. So when you look at the top right corner or top left corner rather, you would see a button that and written on that button is crypto. So when you click on that button, you're actually going to see three options. The first one is crypto, the second one is cash, the third one is Web3. And this is basically making Roku a super app in the Web3 space. We have a lot more offerings coming up, but right now, your concern if you intend to try out the Web3 feature is to click on the third option. And when you click on that third option, it basically gives you a new splash screen. And you get a little bit of introduction. So the CTA is to and set up a wallet. So when you click on the button to set up a wallet, you have two options. The first option is to create a new wallet, and the second one is to import an existing wallet. So if you have a wallet on other decentralized applications, you could easily import them. If you know your seed phrase, you could easily just import it over to your Roku decentralized app, and Web3 app rather. So I would go ahead with the option to create a new wallet. Work with any wider before. And these are very important instructions because remember, there will be no retrieval on our end if you lose access to your seed phrase, for example. So it is important that you follow these steps very carefully and you pay attention to every single item on the instruction list. So I would go ahead. So the first one is your master key to you only control your funds. So it's important for you to understand that. The second one is that only you can restore your wallet in case you lose access to it and you want to migrate over to a different device. We can actually help you with that because Web3, a decentralized wallet means total control on your end, and we can do little or nothing about that. So pay attention to the instructions on the screen. And thirdly, of course, you can basically browse the entire world of Web3 using decentralized apps and trading different tokens, including the ones not on the crypto part of our app. So I'll click on continue, and it will prompt you to set up a passcode. So the passcode is going to be your exclusive Web3 passcode. So I will just go ahead to set up something simple. I hope that's not your own passcode. So I will do 11111. Of course, that's not what I would do in real life. So yeah, so of course I would see my seed phrase, and then there is a button to copy my seed phrase. And on copying my seed phrase, I have to store it in a secure location. We would highly recommend that you actually write this down because it is the master key to your wallet. Should in case you lose it, you lose your phone, the seed phrase is how you get to recover it. Like I said before, there is no such thing as forgot password. So you want to put it both in a digital space as well as an offline space. So write it down on a piece of paper, keep it in a secure location, maybe under your pillow whenever you're sleeping, and wherever you are in commute, you want to keep it in your socks or in your shoe, whatever you need to do to wherever you keep your secure stuff. So I'll go ahead to continue. And then of course you have to, confirm that you've actually stored the seed phrase. And I will check on those two things because I have it copied already. So you just click on yes, good to go. And that's going to be it. So the next step is ensuring that you found, I just go ahead. So it will take a while to create the wallet. As soon as that is done, you would see your Web3 dashboard. So just wait for a few. Happening here is we are essentially aggregating all of the tokens that we have available on the Web3 wallet, including the ones that you can add potentially. And the moment that is done, you can see it's a different balance, has nothing to do with the decentralized part of Roqqu. You can begin to add tokens to your wallet. You can send and receive tokens in your wallet on the Web3 side of things, and it's completely isolated from the Web2 side of things. So one interesting part of the Web3 wallet is the Explore part, and the Explore gives you access to a wide array of decentralized applications, including Uniswap. So when I click on Uniswap, for example, it opens an in-app browser for me to be able to connect my Roqqu Web3 wallet to Uniswap. So just hold on while that loads up. Okay, maybe we should count 1 to 100 and we would have it before then. Okay, I think we have it now. So you can see, of course, if you're familiar with dApps, you would know what to do exactly when you get to this point. So I would click on connect and just look at it. That's nice. So you see, I can connect my Uniswap wallet and then I can also connect my Roqqu wallet. So that's one of the nice things you get to experience here. So when I click on connect wallet, I put remember I added a very simple PIN at the beginning of the process. And the moment I do that, it just goes ahead to connect my Roqqu wallet to my Uniswap. Yeah, so that has happened. So if I have any token in Uniswap or I need to, basically do anything on Uniswap, I can easily go back and forth between my Roqqu Web3 wallet and my Uniswap account. So that's primarily it, guys, for the Web3 wallets. I would like to know if you have any questions or feedback or you need clarification on anything. I know someone already asked question around what happens to your your centralized wallets if you port over to Web3. So think about what you see on the top left corner rather, of your Roku app as you having access to 3 different apps in one. So what you are doing on one end really doesn't, on the crypto end, doesn't affect your Web3 end. In this case, there are 2 separate accounts. So if you have Ethereum on your Roku and you have Ethereum on Web3, those are 2 different Ethereum assets. So if that answers your question. Of course, if there are more questions and answers, we'll be taking it after, all of the presentations. But for now, I'd like to say thank you for choosing Roqqu, and I'll see you shortly.
Thank you very much, Israel, for that amazing presentation on the Roqqu Web3 wallet. It's a beautiful product which we developed just for you, so you can have access to other assets on, other platforms which you don't have on Roqqu, like Uniswap. Uniswap has thousands of tokens, right? You can basically buy any token on Uniswap. So we wanted you to have control over those assets, have thousands of assets which you have interest in. Roku right now has about 145 assets, but we know that there's over 100,000, if not in millions, tokens out there, and you have interest in some of them. So we want to make it possible for you to be able to buy those assets, trade those assets without necessarily being on the Roku ecosystem itself. So that's what the Web3 wallet is for. So I see Blessing is already waiting for us. So Blessing, over to you.
Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for being a Roqqu user. As you've heard from my CEO and my CPO, we have a lot of things that we've been building with the users in mind, and I'm going to be showing you one of those things. I'll be talking about cash. My name is Ehinome Abiele. I am head of infrastructure here at Roqqu. And today I'll be walking you through some of the newer things on cash. Members of our ecosystem would already be familiar with cash. It's not a new word in our app, right? But we have added a few key features with our users in mind. Things that can make your life easier, make it easier for you to pay your bills, things that we hope you guys would be very receptive to. So what I'll be doing now is sharing my screen and walking you through a couple of these features. All right. Now, starting off from where my CPU left off, we're on Web3. We're on Web3. And as he mentioned, at the top left corner, you would see a drop-down that shows crypto, cash, and Web3. However, as opposed to using this drop-down, we also added gestures, because the whole point of one of our strongest points is that we listen to the users and we look for things that can make their experience just a little more smooth than it already was. So if you swipe to the left, you'll see welcome to cash. Now this is my cash. As you can see, there are a couple of things here that you're already used to. For example, sending money. Now, with this feature, you can send money to any Nigerian bank account. All you need to do is enter the amount you want to send, click continue, enter the account number. Now, something we did add to make your experience easier is a sort of feature that pops up your transfers you've done previously. So if you've sent to this account number before, once you start typing the numbers, it will suggest these things to you, just to make it easier for you to enter the person you're trying to send it to. So if you click this one, you see it automatically fills all the details, and all you need to do is confirm your transfer and proceed. Now, other than that, let's look at a few of the things that are newer. We've always had airtime and data, but this time we made it easier, we made it better, and we made it smoother. So what I will be discussing today is airtime, data, electricity, cable, and one of my favorites, betting. Now let's start off from airtime. With airtime, very easy flow. All you need to do is enter your phone number. And as you can see, there's a button there that says use my number. So instead of you typing out your number every time, if your number is registered on the app, all you need to do is click use my number, and we will autofill your phone number straight from your Roqqu app. Doesn't that just sound amazing? Now, we also have a list of recent numbers you've bought credit or airtime for, listed underneath, as you can see. So if it's someone you've sent money to, if you've bought airtime for, if it's a number you've bought airtime for previously, You can just click from there and it will autofill and you can proceed with your transaction after specifying how much you want to send. Now, once you click done, you click continue, you enter the amount that you want to send. Another key thing you should notice is that we automatically detect the network that you're trying to send to. So once you type in the number, we detect whether it's MTN, Glo, and you just have to enter the amount you want to send. Click continue, and once you click continue, your purchase will be complete. One thing I want to discuss before we move on from airtime is how you can set recurring airtime purchases. Now, if you click Set Recurring Airtime Purchases, you will see the frequency. So you can select either you want it to repeat every week, every month, every quarter, or every year. Depending on your choice, that will determine how much it repeats. And as long as you have a balance, it will always continue until you disable it. You can, as we said below, you can make changes whenever you want. Now, let's move on to buying data. It's pretty much the same flow, except once you put in your phone number, I'm going to use my number, of course. Once you put in your phone number and it detects the network, you get to see a drop-down with the list of all the bundles on that network. Once you select your preferred plan, you click continue, and it's the same thing. You see the number, you see the details of your transaction, the phone number, the network, and the bundle you're buying. As I said before, you can set recurring purchases. Same flow, you just have to set how frequently you want it to operate, and you can also set the start date if you don't want it to start immediately. Now, let's move on to buying electricity. This is one thing that is very useful because a lot of us buy data from different platforms. What we've done is we've consolidated cash in a way that it can, all your basic bills, you can reach them from here. And as we move on, we plan to add more functionalities to cash so that it won't just end at betting or buying electricity. You'll be able to do a plethora of things because we have our users in mind. Now, to buy electricity, prepaid, postpaid, pretty much the same flow. All you have to do is click, select your provider, so the provider you're on. If you select EKEDC, you enter your meter number and you enter your phone number. One thing you should see is once you enter your meter number, as long as it's a valid meter number, the name on the account, the name on the prepaid account will immediately show up. So you can confirm if this is yours or if you've made a mistake with the number. You enter your phone number. And then you click continue. You specify how much you want to buy. You also see your current balance so that you don't enter a value that is more than your balance. Now, you enter the amount, you see the fee, which is 100 Naira for this purchase. You click continue, and then you see a detail page that shows everything concerning your transaction. So your tariff plan, your provider, your meter number, phone number, fee, and total amount. If you cross-check and everything checks out, you can click continue. As I mentioned, you can also set recurring tariff purchases, pretty much the same flow. Select frequency, select start date, click continue, and you're good to go. Now, if we move on to cable TV. Now, for now, we have under providers, GoTV, DSTV, and StarTimes. Of course, we're always improving, we're always growing. So as we move forward, there will be more options under this drop-down, but for now, for illustration purposes, we'll be using GoTV. Now, you enter your provider, you enter your smart card number. Once you enter that, you select the package you want to purchase. Same thing as before, it automatically detects if the details you have entered is correct or wrong. And if it is correct, it will fetch the name on the account. It's a very seamless flow and it doesn't take time. So we just want it to be as quick and as easy for our users because you guys are number one for us. Now, once you select your package, enter your phone number. As before, you can always use your phone number on the app. Click continue. You see your details page. And as I said, you can set recurring subscriptions. Once you're done, if everything checks out, you click continue and you complete your transaction. Now, let's go to, as I mentioned, my favorite, which is betting. Now, what we have here is a drop down of providers. We have a long list, but for this illustration, we'll be using BetNiger. If you select BetNiger, all you have to do is enter your user ID. It automatically checks if this user ID is valid for the provider that you've said, and if it is, the name on the account pops up. You click continue, you select how much you would like to top up, let's say 5,000. So we have a couple of suggestions. Of course, you don't have to use any of our suggestions. You can use any amount that you want. So let me just say 200. Yeah. Once you're done, you click continue, you look at your details. And for this, you can also set recurring purchases. Simply select the frequency and select the start date. Click continue and your transaction will be completed. One key thing I feel like I should mention is that all these processes that I've mentioned are things that happen in the snap of a finger. We like to say just cash it because quite literally, by the time you're done saying just cash it, your transactions have gone through. It takes seconds for your betting account to be funded, for your airtime to be credited, everything as seamless as possible, because we don't want an experience where our users have to wait or have to be stressed out about whether or not it's confirmed. We've made cash more intuitive. We've made it a lot more quick. We've made it more seamless. We've made the experience just a lot better so that you guys can enjoy it. Now, that brings me to the end of the presentation for some of the newer features we have on Cash. I would like you guys to let me know in the chat box or in the comments, if you're watching from YouTube, which of these features is your favorite? Which one would be the most helpful? And we're always open to feedback. So please tell us, what do you think about what we've added? If your app is not updated, please do so. Go through the app, make use of it, make purchases. Let us know what you think. How do you think the flow is? What's your feedback on the general look of the app? Let us know if there are things you'd like to see, features or things you'd like to purchase via Cash. We're always open to feedback. And thank you for joining us. And remember, always cash it.
Thank you very much, Blessing. Always cash it. Fantastic. Right now, you would see on the screen some of our features are playing. So for you to sort of like have a general overview of what each one of them is, right? The GameFi. So thank you so much, Blessing, for giving us a deep dive into cash. Just as she said, just cash it. It's a beautiful feature that helps you send and receive money and pay for bills. Um, Israel, yeah, we can see you bopping your head. Um, so it's a beautiful feature that helps you, just pay for bills really easily and very fast as well. It seems like the market is responding to our live because I just checked the market and Bitcoin is back above 100K. In fact, we're at 102,000 now and and rising. So maybe that's a good sign that we should be having more Q updates regularly. Maybe we can pump Bitcoin to maybe 200,000 if we do maybe 3 or 4 more Q updates this month. Yeah, I think I need my bags to pump. I need my bags to pump. Okay, it's been a fantastic one. So we're going to talk about GameFi. We're going to bring Israel back on. He's going to give us like a walkthrough on GameFi and the GameFi ecosystem that we've built at Roqqu. So over to you, Israel.
Yeah, thank you, Ben. So I would, of course, GameFi, basically game and finance combined together. That's how you get the word. So we're always on the lookout to find ways to create more utility for our users. So we've talked about Web3, we've talked about cash, now we're talking about GameFi. And GameFi is really a pathway to a lot of fun and possibility of making a lot of money as well, particularly for our users that like to spend more time on the app. So we basically built GameFi as an economic funnel for you to be able to earn apart from having to buy and sell every time. So that's what GameFi is. So to just cut it short, I would like to show you a very quick demo because I'm more about how to get you to start using this thing as quickly as possible. So I would go ahead to share my screen now and just show you around. It's on the app. It's going to be on your app, I believe so. If you have the updated version of the app. So I would go ahead and share my screen right now and show you around our GameFi features. So we have 3 games live at the moment. And of course, the very popular one is Rock and Roll. Rock and Roll has been rolling since 2020, I think about 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, or thereabout. We started in the December of 2023, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, and we've been turning it off and on. So this new era of GameFi is such that it's going to be perpetually on the app, and then you'll be able to access it whenever you can. So I would go ahead to, sorry. So just hold. Okay, so when you get to the app, you just click on the up button in the middle of the bottom nav. And then when you scroll up, you are going to see games. So we have Q Combat, we have Memory Maze, we have Rock and Roll. So I will just click on Rock and Roll. Rock and Roll is more like a try-a-lot kind of game where you basically spin for for a randomized outcome. So when you click on the wheel, you basically, of course, it's not enabled now. So when you click on the wheel, the outcomes can vary from time to time. And I believe some of you on this live stream probably have won once or twice before. Yeah, and of course, the amount of win also varies from user to user, depending on the probability that falls on you. So I would go ahead to show you the memory maze. So the memory maze is just like a brain teaser where you get to, you hear a couple of sound over a couple of repeated sound, and you're supposed to replicate what you hear, essentially. So the big one, which is what I'm going to be focusing on, combat, because it has a more, it needs to be understood properly, and it is deeper compared to the others. So of course, on the first screen, you see terms of service and basically a backstory of the game you're about to play. And then you have 2 buttons on the home screen of Q Combat. The first one is how to play, which is like a very quick tutorial on how you can play Q Combat. So we have several characters. So I'll just go to the how to play mode and show you how that works. So of course, when you pick your character, you get to wait, and then you will be matched with a random person, or sometimes you can also get to invite your friend. Start fight. The moment your opponent is set, meaning they've picked their character, you click on start fight. And of course, it's really a question of who taps faster. So it's a game against time, and then your ability to tap as quickly as possible. And of course, we have an algorithm built in to detect multiple taps so that we don't have cheaters in the ecosystem. So you just tap as fast as possible. And that's at the end of the game, you get to see who wins. So I just have to finish it. I'm trying to exit, but it doesn't seem to be working. So we just have to wait it out. So this is how to play Q Combat. At the bottom of the screen, you have special abilities that you can unleash on your opponents. And yeah, so you have the first one. Of course, in order of how you allow them to recharge, will determine the order of how you allow them to recharge will determine the potency of the attack. So if I decide to wait until the last special ability is recharged, it will create more dent on my opponent. So this last one, which is more like a grenade, basically, if you watch my opponent's energy bar, it keeps going down as I use those special abilities. And the moment I exhaust them, it starts to recharge again. So you just tap as fast as possible, and then the location of the indicator on the screen keeps moving as you go along in the game. So I'll just try to finish this up. Each game takes 90 seconds. So you have to do whatever you need to do within a 90-second window, whether you are playing against a friend or you're playing against a random person somewhere in the universe. So I'll just finish that up. So if I allow the timer elapse, whoever has the highest, taps at that point will win. But if I keep on fighting until I'm able to give my opponent a tactical knockout, then I get to win as well. So in this case, I think I'm going to win because I have more taps. So it's victory for me. And then I can, of course, go back into the arena. That was tutorial. So we have two modes, basically. We have one-on-one mode and we have a tournament mode. So the one-on-one mode is when you get to play against an individual, not a lot of people, just a single match. The outcome of the match is what determines the reward or the loss. So of course, under free to play, there is neither reward nor loss, only dopamine, meaning you just win and you get excited about winning. But when it comes to plunder, and of course you want to read the instruction under each category. Under plunder, if you lose, the gem you enter the arena with goes to your opponent, or vice versa. If you win, the opponent's gems will come to you. So you have specific amount of gems depending on the kind of match. So if I try to play the plunder duet, it tells me I need 10 gems to do that. So I can go to the top right corner of my screen where I have my gem balance, and I can click on that. Then I can decide to buy some gems with my, my fiat, my Naira balance. And so I would just have to wait for that.
Okay, a quick information reaching me. We're going to be giving about 500,000 naira worth of giveaways on this Q updates to those who stay to the end. I know it's been about 20 minutes above schedule. We plan to wrap this up around 7, but because we didn't start on time, so we're going to be stretching it about 30 minutes extra. We're in the final session now where we're going to, be showing you the game file, and Israel has been doing a lot of that, showing the Q combat, showing you how to, battle each player, win gems and all of that. Okay, I see Israel is back. But we're going to be having the giveaway session at the end of this. So stay back and be ready to answer questions. So one other very important thing I need you to have ready. I didn't want to drop this tip, but I am. I'll be dropping it. So um, for those who, you know, tell us about their Roku experience, those are the people we're going to be picking the giveaway people from, right? From the responses. So we want to hear about your Roku experience. So feel free to put it on the chat section and tell us about your Roku experience, when you started using Roku, when you first heard about it, and how has it been for you, as a customer? Has it been a good experience? What are the pain points? What things you would like for us to fix and all of that? What kinds of features would you like to see on the product? Just tell us as much as you can, and we're going to be picking the best responses, and they will be winning amazing prizes from us. So stick to the end. Over to you, Israel.
Okay, thank you, Ben, for filling in. So I just got the gem. So I have 1,000 gems now. And if I click on the plunder mode, like I was trying to do before, and I click on continue, I'm able to enter that mode. And like I did during the tutorial, I can pick a character. And then once I pick a character, there are two options. It's either I choose a random match, or I invite a friend to play with me. So I will click on invite a friend. And on inviting a friend, I can just, I think I can invite a friend. So I won't be doing that so that we don't spend time in the arena again. We already did that during the tutorial. So when you invite your friend, they get a notification on their end, or you could also copy this link here. And then when you copy the link, you can share it on WhatsApp or any social media application. And once your opponent clicks on that link, it brings them to the arena to pick their character. So that's for plunder. Till death means now I have 1,025 gems. What till death means for me, for example, under plunder mode, I'm entering the arena with 10 gems, meaning if I lose 10 gems. But till death means if I lose everything, because that's what a dead man, loses, right? You have nothing left. So that's what till death means. So if you intend to do this, make sure you pick the right mode. So till death means all your gem holdings will be lost. So I will go back over to the tournament mode. So tournament mode implies we will have series of tournaments daily, weekly, and monthly with specific pool prizes to be split among winners. So those who win more, earn more points during the course of the tournament, get to earn more money. And then you will see the leaderboard. The leaderboard would basically carry your earnings as well. So the more you win, the more you earn on the tournament mode. We also have guilds. Guilds are basically you teaming up with other people like your friends or maybe even someone remotely, and then you want to enter guild tournaments together. And what that means is you basically fight as a group, and everyone's earnings will be culminated in the guild, and then it will be split at the end of every tournament window. So that's that about him. And then of course under the guild we also have a community chat where you get to chat with members of the community, and we've seen this as a very effective means to have community engagement even around the GameFi feature during the time when we had our beta testing. So that's that about the about GameFi. Remember, I said the reason why we built most of these things, most of the things we've built, and even the ones we have in the pipeline, is so that we bring more value to our users, and that whenever you open our app, there are opportunities, there are possibilities for you, and that's really the hallmark of the Roqqu story. Thank you very much. That would be that about GameFi. Let me know if you have any questions or feedback, or you need clarification on anything. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Israel, for that beautiful experience and walkthrough of the Roku GameFi ecosystem. Please feel free to tweet your experience on Twitter, now called X, or put it on Instagram, and we'll pick the winners from there as well. So take those experience and move them to the the social media accounts. I see questions coming around the gaming. Um, so the entire GameFi is within the Roku app. It's not a separate app. It's not a different app. It's still the same Roku app. So there's a section for it called games game section. So you can see that on the app when you click on the up button. So that's easily accessible. So it's not a separate app, it's not a different app. I know it seemed like a you were in a different terrain altogether, but it's still the Roku app. That's amazing. That's how amazing the Roku app is. We're able to deliver so much value all on one product. There's Web3, there's Cash, there's GameFi, and then there's the Roku crypto part. So it's a beautiful experience. You can win money. I see Chukwemeka is asking if we can start the gaming today. I feel the energy. I feel the energy. Yeah, I feel the energy. Um, yes, we're going to bring that to you as soon as we can. I see Abubakar is saying we need to improve on the withdrawal system. Yes, we are going to do that. Yeah, we're going to surely do that. So thank you very much. Um, I see Olamilekan Oladipupo is saying the rock and roll game algorithm mad gone. I never win that thing before. Even I myself, I've won it maybe twice since the beginning. That's how random it is. And we've had over 40,000 different people that have won. Yes, over 40,000 people have won it. So a lot of people. And anytime we put it on, a lot of people are always spinning it. In fact, there was one time we had about 20,000 spins within a space of about 5 minutes. Like we had 20,000 spins. People spin that thing 20,000 times in less than 5 minutes. So it's a lot of people. You are spinning against a lot of people. And like Israel said, it's a try your luck kind of game. It's a try your luck. There's no guarantees, right? There's no guarantees. Um, so yeah. So it's been a fantastic session. We've been providing feedback on the chat section as well. Members of the team, of the Roku team, have been taking feedback and have been providing feedback as well. It's been a fantastic session. So please keep the feedback rolling. I see Ibrahim is saying thank you for hosting this. Yes, and we're going to be hosting more of it. And now that we see that the market is even responding, like, market is pumping, we're definitely going to be doing more of it. We're definitely going to be doing more of it so that the market can keep pumping, right? So it's been a fantastic session. Thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of this. We do appreciate you. We do thank you for using the product. Every single thing we've built for you. All these products have been built to help make your crypto experience better, easier, and very seamless. Very, very seamless. We don't want you to, struggle in this industry. We want you to flourish. We want you to make money and do very well, right? That's why we built Roku in the first place. It's here to make your life easier and much more smoother. So thank you so much for everyone. We still have a couple of more things which we're going to be rolling out. But these ones we've talked about, you'll be getting to see notifications about them from time to time, and messages on social medias about them. So we wanted to take this time to really explain them, in detail. In a couple of minutes, we're going to be announcing the giveaway winners. So please keep those comments coming in, keep those messages pouring into our socials, and hopefully we'll be picking you as part of the giveaway winners. The way we do giveaways is always mega. It's always mega. Rogu giveaways are always mega. Sometimes we have 30, 40 people who we give giveaways to. So keep those comments coming in, and we would be more than happy to go through that. So because time is fast spent, we wanted to announce the giveaway winners on this session. But because time is fast spent, we're 30 minutes in, we're not going to be doing that. But we are going to be dropping the results on social media. So expect to see that on social media. Now, I want us to spend the next 5 minutes asking just questions. So please ask questions away. Like, just, in fact, bombard us with all your questions. This is the time to do that. Choke us with all your questions. That is what we want. Give us all the questions and we'll be more than happy to answer. So over to everyone else.
Okay. Thank you, Ben. So we'll be taking the questions now.
Okay, I see some questions are starting to coming in. So would we be able to connect our bank card to fund the Roku wallet? Okay, I see Israel, you want to take that?
Use our Roqqu wallet. Connect our bank card to fund the Roqqu wallet.
Oh, okay. So why can't we connect our bank card to fund our Roqqu wallet? Is that the question?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, of course. And so I would like to go back to 2021. Of course, 2021 was an interesting year when it comes to the crypto space in Nigeria, because the CBN came out to instruct banks to not provide services to crypto companies, and that resulted into not having access to even things like virtual accounts. We had to resort to P2P marketplaces. But the good news is that over the last year or a year and a half, we've seen a reversal on that trajectory, whereby we are able to actually able to have engagement with banks. We are entering a sandbox, and basically having the Security and Exchange Commission also step in and provide a framework for cryptocurrency. Sorry, guys. For cryptocurrency exchanges to have to have a regulatory framework for us to be able to now have access to things like virtual accounts and even card services. But from 5th of February 2021, we could not have access to most of the services that banks offer, like credit card deposits. If you remember, we actually had that before then, but giving the memo to banks by CBN, we had to take most of those out, because in as much as we are excited and we are enthusiasts of the cryptocurrency technology and blockchain technology altogether, we also have to abide by the laws and regulatory requirements of the jurisdiction we find ourselves to be operating in. So that's why we can't have that now. But I tell you, in the coming months, like Ben already talked about our Go card. So we have more and more things coming in the pipeline, and this is going to be one of them. But the reason why we don't have that right now is because we are entering a new phase of regulation, and a lot of we are now having the foundation to be able to do most of those things in accordance with the framework and made available to us. So we could, but we just have to take it easy. And like I mentioned before, everything it takes to be able to do that and more, already been put in place, and some are in place already. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Since we're very short on time, I'll just keep it moving. I see a question here from Babalola Abiodun, and he says, can devs integrate Roqqu into their softwares as endpoints and payment gateways? So yes, we have an arm called Roqqu API services, and that's essentially what it caters to. So you can integrate our APIs, into your softwares. We can power your infrastructure, and we're very much available to collaborate. We're available for partnerships. So what I'll be doing is I'll be dropping in the chat box our API email. So you can just reach out and we can have conversations concerning your use case and work from there. Thank you very much for your question.
Okay, so I do have another question. I do have another question now. So I actually have two. One is why can't we have access to rock and roll every day? And then the second one is I don't understand how to use gems. Okay, so I will answer the first one. And why can't we have access to rock and roll every day? So in order to be able, of course, like we actually also play rock and roll, even I'm in the company. So it is not just for users. So we all want to be a part of rock and roll. So we've taken our time to try to make it as stable as possible, and also to ensure that this is something that we live on. As a matter of fact, we are in that final phase of opening the entire GameFi ecosystem on our app, and it is going to be open, forever and ever. There will be no, it's not going to be turned off and on, maybe once in a month or during Easter or Christmas periods. So definitely we are working on that. So there are a couple of internal dependencies that we need to tick off for us to be able to do rock and roll every day. But it is something on our priority list, and in the coming weeks, we are definitely going to have rock and roll turned on perpetually, where you could just enter the section on the app and spin as much as as much as you like. Yeah. So to answer the question in simple terms, it is because of some internal dependencies that we are still working on. That's why we are, we turn it off and on from time to time, but we already have what it takes to be able to keep it on, perpetually. Once we make our final ultimate GameFi announcement, it is going to be one of those things that will remain on the app and you can have access to for as long as you like. Or yeah. So that's that. So the second question is, I don't understand how to use gems. So consider gems the fuel for our game ecosystem. And yeah, we have a lot of interesting plans and things in the works concerning gems. As a matter of fact, what we have on the app currently is a kind of gems, a kind of gem called rubies. And that's what powers rock and roll. That's what powers Q combat. Of course, the memory maze has no gem requirement in the ecosystem, but the gems are basically digital digital treasures that you collect to be able to have access. Think of them as keys used to enter the different arenas or mazes inside of our GameFi ecosystem. So for you to be able to enter a Q combat arena, you would need gems. For you to be able to have access to rock and roll, apart from the initial free spins you get, you're going to be needing gems. So it's the backbone of how the GameFi ecosystem is going to be working. And over time, you are going to see more and more interesting stuff, around gems. Some of them I can't talk about now because we've not officialized the announcement, but ultimately, gems are going to be a lifeline of our GameFi ecosystem. Most importantly, you can always get gems through different means. Some of them will come from your activities on the app, while others, you will have to basically buy them outright, like I did during the demo for GameFi earlier. So gems are basically your access points to our GameFi ecosystem. So then, if that answers your question.
All right. I see a question from Isaac, and he asks if he's being charged when he receives payments into any of the available trading assets on Roqqu. And the answer is no. We do not charge for token deposits. Your deposits are completely free. So go ahead and keep depositing. Let me just go to the other question that I have here. All right, now someone asks, can I reach Roqqu on WhatsApp? Now, this is a very important one, and I would like everybody to pay attention. We do not have a customer service arm on WhatsApp. If anyone contacts you via WhatsApp, says they are from the team, it is not true. Do well to report the number and block immediately. Do not share your password. Do not click on any links. All those are scam attempts. You can reach us on our verified social media handles. You can reach us via the mobile app, but anything other than that is not us. Please do not respond to any WhatsApp messages. It's not from us. Thank you for your question.
Okay, Ben, do you have any extra comments? Perhaps more questions will come in.
Before Ben goes, there's this question here from Williams, which says, when is Roqqu going to have its own token? I think This is the 60th or 70th time I've seen this question. So I know that there's a lot of anticipation around a native token, but as you know, everything we do has to come with quality. So you guys just keep your eyes on the app. We have a lot of surprises, and you never know what the next one will be. Thank you. Over to you, Ben.
Yes, thank you, Blessing. I know that's a very sensitive topic about launching a token. We've had a lot of people actually reach out, um, actually even asking us to launch a token, but we just haven't. The reason is because I'm going to dive a bit deeper on that. The reason is because we don't just want to launch any token and start just marketing a token. We want to build a lot of use case, right? We want to make the use case to be as dense as possible before we roll out a token. So when we are bringing out a token, we want there to be a lot of use cases already. So there'll be a lot of things you can use the token for. You can use the token to play games. You can use the token on cash. You can use the token to reduce fees and all those type of things. So be rest assured, it's on our timeline. And like Blessing has said, just stay on the app and you never know when it's going to drop. But be rest assured it's going to be coming. There's also quite some questions around AI. Abubakar asked that. When are we going to put AI on the app, right? We all know AI is everywhere. Almost everybody is integrating AI. In fact, almost all the companies now, in fact, it's like a selling tool, right? They tell you, oh, we have AI, 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 download AI. Um, I'm happy to let you know that we see it and it's not lost on us. We know AI is very important, and one of the best use cases for AI is to make money, right? Some of us we've used ChatGPT, ask it question and all of that. Um, the best use case, in my opinion, would be to use AI to make money. Because if AI is not making you money, um, then what the hell is it doing, right? The best use case, in my opinion, is using AI to predict markets, using AI to actually make money, using AI to beat the markets if possible. So we're already looking into that. We're already looking into that. We've done a couple of dry runs and all of that. We want to build a product that can truly reflect what you really need. We want it to be something really useful, right? So we're really looking at it. I want you to know that we're really looking at it. And as soon as we have something for that, we'll let you know. The best use case would be to punch in on the AI, ask it what would be the best coin to buy. We've all been in that position before. We don't know what to buy. What coin we do the next 10x? We don't know. No one knows, right? The best person that would have been the best person to ask would be an AI, right? To tell you based on previous market performance, what coin would be best to buy with so amount of money that will give so returns. So we're looking into that. Um, so you need to be aware of it. So we can't go through all the questions. I apologize if we did not take your question. I'm so sorry. There's quite a number of questions which we haven't got into. We also have questions on YouTube. We have questions on Instagram. We have questions on X. We have questions on Zoom itself, where we have the most number of people. So I'm so sorry if we didn't get to your question, but be rest assured that we're going to respond to you if you send us a message on the Roku app itself. So open the live chat, send us a message there, and a member of our team will be on ground to help you, get those problems resolved. For all those who talked about the withdrawals getting it better, I want you to know that it's something we're actively working on every single day to make the experience better. The team is hard at work improving the experience of the app, and ensuring that we deliver the best product to you every single time. Thank you so much for being a part of this Q update. It is our plan to keep doing this, maybe once every 2 weeks or once every month. Engage with you, get to hear from you, talk with you, get to know what you want to see on Roqqu, what things you think we should be improving on, what areas you think we should be looking at and focusing our efforts on. And it will also be an opportunity for us to talk to you about some of the things we're seeing on our end as well, because we have a lot of experts in the crypto economy, in the crypto sector. We have a lot of analysts that look at the markets, a lot of ideas and a lot of things which we're building as well, to talk to you about crypto, right? Talk to you about crypto, talk to you about assets, what assets you're interested in, what assets we think are going to do well, right? We can't predict the market, so we can't tell you what to buy. We can't tell you what to buy. That needs to be said. We can't tell you what to buy, but we can tell you what assets have historically performed well. Those are things that we're going to be talking about more in future Q updates. Thank you so much. We're going to collate the winners of the giveaway, and we are going to share that list on social media, and all the winners will be contacted and they will get their prizes. Thank you so much. I see Olamilekon saying the cash is a game changer. So thank you. Israel says, I want to ramp liquidity provider with partner. Of course, please send us an email, api@roqqu.com, and we'll reach out to you and get that partnership going. So thank you so much. Do tell your friends and family about Roqqu. Tell them to use Roqqu for all their crypto transactions, all their fiat transactions as well, sending money, receiving money, sending USDT, receiving Bitcoins, selling Bitcoins, all of your crypto transactions, all of your financial transactions. Feel free to use Roqqu. We're more than happy to help you perform those transactions. And more importantly, the Web3 as well, to interact with things like PancakeSwap, Uniswap, and all of that. Phantom, Solflare, all of it. You can do all of that from the Roqqu Web3 wallet. You don't have to use multiple apps anymore. So just having Roqqu is more than enough to cater for all of your crypto needs, from Web3 to crypto to trading and all of that. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful evening, and see you next time.
Number 4, pay your cable subs anytime, anywhere. And number 5, send money to your loved ones and never miss out on moments that matter. So you need to buy data, just cash it. You need to pay for your cable, just cash it. If you need to pay any bill at all, just cash it. Cash, cash, cash. What is this cash? Cash is basically the fiat side of Roqqu. Let me tell you 5 things you can do on cash. Number 1, top up your data and airtime in seconds. Number 2, buy electricity anytime, anywhere. Number 3, fund your betting wallet. Number 4, pay your cable subs anytime, anywhere. And number 5, send money to your loved ones and never miss out on moments that matter. So you need to buy data, just cash it. You need to pay for your cable, just cash it. If you need to pay any bill at all, just cash it. Cash, cash, cash. What is this cash? Cash is basically the fiat side of Roqqu. Let me tell you 5 things you can do on cash. Number 1, top up your data and airtime in seconds. Number 2, buy electricity anytime, anywhere. Number 3, fund your betting wallet. Number 4, pay your cable subs anytime, anywhere. And number 5, send money to your loved ones and never miss out on moments that matter. So you need to buy data, just cash it. You need to pay for your cable, just cash it. If you need to pay any bill at all, just cash it. Cash, cash, cash. What is this cash? Cash is basically the fiat side of Roqqu. Let me tell you 5 things you can do on cash. Number 1, top up your data and airtime in seconds. Number 2, buy electricity anytime, anywhere. Number 3, fund your betting wallet. Number 4, pay your cable subs anytime, anywhere. And number 5, send money to your loved ones and never miss out on moments that matter. So you need to buy data, just cash it. You need to pay for your cable, just cash it. If you need to pay any bill at all, just cash it. Cash, cash, cash.
What is this cash?
Cash is basically the fiat side of Roqqu. Let me tell you 5 things you can do on cash. Number 1, top up your data and airtime in seconds. Number 2, buy electricity anytime, anywhere. Number 3, fund your betting wallet. Number 4, pay your cable subs anytime, anywhere. And number 5, send money to your loved ones and never miss out on moments that matter. So you need to buy data, just cash it. You need to pay for your cable, just cash it. If you need to pay any bill at all, just cash it. Cash, cash, cash.
What is this cash?
Cash is basically the fiat side of Roqqu. Let me tell you 5 things you can do on cash. Number 1, top up your data and airtime in seconds. Number 2, buy electricity anytime, anywhere. Number 3, fund your betting wallet. Number 4, pay your cable subs anytime, anywhere. And number 5, send money to your loved ones and never miss out on moments that matter. So you need to buy data, just cash it. You need to pay for your cable, just cash it. If you need to pay any bill at all, just cash it. Cash, cash, cash.
What is this cash?
Cash is basically the fiat side of Roqqu. Let me tell you 5 things you can do on cash. Number 1, top up your data and airtime in seconds. Number 2, buy electricity anytime, anywhere. Number 3, fund your betting wallet. Number 4, pay your cable subs anytime, anywhere. And number 5, send money to your loved ones and never miss out on moments that matter. So you need to buy data, just cash it. You need to pay for your cable, just cash it. If you need to pay any bill at all, just cash it. Cash, cash, cash.
What is this cash?
Cash is basically the fiat side of Roqqu. Let me tell you 5 things you can do on cash. Number 1, top up your data and airtime in seconds. Number 2, buy electricity anytime, anywhere. Number 3, fund your betting wallet. Number 4, pay your cable subs anytime, anywhere. And number 5, send money to your loved ones and never miss out on moments that matter. So you need to buy data, just cash it. You need to pay for your cable, just cash it. If you need to pay any bill at all, just cash it. Cash, cash, cash.
What is this cash?
Cash is basically the fiat side of Roqqu. Let me tell you 5 things you can do on cash. Number 1, top up your data and airtime in seconds. Number 2, buy electricity anytime, anywhere. Number 3, fund your betting wallet. Number 4, pay your cable subs anytime, anywhere. And number 5, send money to your loved ones and never miss out on moments that matter. So you need to buy data, just cash it. You need to pay for your cable, just cash it. If you need to pay any bill at all, just cash it. Cash, cash, cash.
What is this cash?
Cash is basically the fiat side of Roqqu. Let me tell you 5 things you can do on cash. Number 1, top up your data and airtime in seconds. Number 2, buy electricity anytime, anywhere. Number 3, fund your betting wallet. Number 4, pay your cable subs anytime, anywhere. And number 5, send money to your loved ones and never miss out on moments that matter. So you need to buy data, just cash it. You need to pay for your cable, just cash it. If you need to pay any bill at all, just cash it. Cash, cash, cash.
What is this cash?
Cash is basically the fiat side of Roqqu. Let me tell you 5 things you can do on cash. Number 1, top up your data and airtime in seconds. Number 2, buy electricity anytime, anywhere. Number 3, fund your betting wallet. Number 4, pay your cable subs anytime, anywhere. And number 5, send money to your loved ones and never miss out on moments that matter. So you need to buy data, just cash it. You need to pay for your cable, just cash it. If you need to pay any bill at all, just cash it. Cash, cash, cash.
What is this cash?
Cash is basically the fiat side of